Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So, guys, today it is with a heavy heart that we say goodbye to our little buddy Ike. It's honestly, guys, been not a really long time coming, but like probably well over a year. We discovered that he had, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a degenerative thing in his like back or spine or legs or something like that. And like over the course of like the last, again, maybe close to a year or so, he's been like losing mobility in his back legs, and he like hardly can walk anymore. And I mean, he had been struggling, but I mean, it just got really, really worse. And I mean, like, probably wants me to throw the ball for him. He'd been like struggling with being able to walk and his mobility and moving around and stuff like that. And it just got to the point where like he really didn't have a quality of life. He just lay around most of the time. He always seemed like he was just uncomfortable. He couldn't really move around. He had trouble even going to the bathroom. And on top of that too, he also had a lot of potty issues because he didn't have really control of his bladder entirely. So he would have a lot of accidents and stuff like that. And so it was just like, we'd known for a while that like it was going to be time, but like, I mean, I felt like at peace, I think, because I knew that like I didn't want him to suffer or anything like that. Again, not really being able to do anything. And like the sad thing is, like I told you guys, I think in springtime, like we knew that like he didn't have much time left and everything like that, and that like he was having difficulty getting around and stuff. And he just this dog though. Do you want to come up here? Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. And that one. Look at him. He's like, don't you dare think about even getting up on this bed. Come on, bud. You want help? Okay, come on. Come here. Come on. I'll help you. I'll help you. You gotta get under my arm. There you go. There you go. Look at Charlie wants the ball now that it came up here. I promise not giving it to him at all. But yeah, guys, I have them to make me laugh because, like, I honestly, like, I prepared myself. We knew about this ahead of time. My dad actually had one of the ladies from football. She owns a pet cemetery and, like, cremation place. So we took him there. There's, like, a vet, I think, that's, like, next door or something like that. So they put him down, and then she is cremating him, and we'll have him. I think my dad has to go somewhere, like to the bank or something like that for football to like finalize the like president stuff, like signing the stuff over to them or something like that. Is gonna get Ike's ashes back on Friday. But yeah, guys, it was like I knew that it was coming, and it wasn't like that like of a shock or anything like that, because I've had it like completely both ways. I've had it where we're like, you know what, we're gonna put the dog down on this day, and I've had other ones where like we had no clue and we just had to like go and put our dog down. With actually the first dog, like my first ever childhood dog that we had to go put down, he had a brain tumor, and he had apparently had a seizure. We didn't know about it, and my mom took him to the vet because he was just acting really, really, really bizarre, and he must have had it like earlier in the day when we weren't with him, and then he was just like acting weird throughout the whole day, and he'd been acting weird too, like eating weird stuff and things like that. And so my mom was like, and then earlier that morning he must have had a seizure that we didn't witness, and then was acting even stranger. So my mom took him to the vet and found out that he had a brain tumor. So, and then I think within like a couple days he had another one, and then my mom was like, he not that he didn't recover, but like right after the seizure, he was just like freaking out. Like he just kept pacing around and like was like just panting and like freaking out. And so we like just went and put him down that day, and it was like a complete shock. Like I was actually, had I gone to school that day, I stayed home. I think I had a doctor's appointment or something like that. And so then when I came home was when we saw that he had like the seizure the next time. And so then my mom went and put him down that day. So had I not actually had the doctor's appointment or whatever ended up happening, it was like my freshman year of high school, I wouldn't have even like seen him, because Matthew and Jack are actually still at school, and my mom was like, yeah, we took him today to go get put down. And then our second dog, which was actually the oldest, he was our beagle. He was a year older than me actually, and he lived longer than our other dog, who was Timothy. He was a German Shepherd Husky mix, the one that had the brain tumor. But then our beagle, he just had like a lot of fatty tumors, and he was having a lot of bladder issues and stuff like that, which we had taken him to the vet, and like they were like, yeah, he just has fatty tissues, like they weren't like cancers or anything like that, but like apparently he was like a purebred beagle too, and I guess that's like common in them. He had one that was like pushing against his bladder, so he had a lot of bladder issues too, and had a lot of accidents in his old age. And so at one point it was just like, we knew ahead of time, we were like, we're gonna go put him down this week. And then my dad just took him like one day, I think we were at school, so like we said goodbye to him in the morning and everything like that, and when we came home, like he wasn't here. But it was like, I felt like maybe because Ike's only now the third dog that we've had put down, I felt like it was kind of difficult just because like I was here. It wasn't like I was like gone and then like came back and everything. And I felt like that's why with like our first dog with Timothy, it was like difficult because like I was here and I was like, I said goodbye to him, whereas with Darby I was like goodbye, you know, and then I just like, I didn't ever see him leave. It was just like a normal day for me, and I came home and he just wasn't here. And like with Timothy though, I felt like it was just like out of the blue kind of. So I've had it both ways, but with Ika it's kind of just like I could kind of mentally prepared myself, but then like when Matthew, my dad, took him, it was just like real, I think. Like it wasn't like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was difficult too because he was like kind of like my dog. With Darby, he spent like a lot of time with my grandma in her room when she lived here, and her room was right next to this one. He would like sleep with her every night and stuff like that. And so like, I don't know, I didn't like spend a lot of, I guess, like intimate time kind of with him and stuff like that, where like it was just like just us. With Ike, like he slept in my room or he slept on my bed, or like, you know, when I was like younger and stuff like that, like I just spent, like he was very attached to me, and so like I felt like that was really hard. So yeah guys, I've been a little emotional today. So I did get some stuff done though, but it was just like today it was an okay day up until like, and I knew the whole day kind of, but yeah, and I've known again for maybe about a week now that we knew, but it was just, yeah guys, it's just really difficult. But the puppies have kind of made it feel a little bit better, and I feel like Bliss kind of knows that he's gone. I don't know why, I think normally if another dog, like if we take the puppies for a walk, or we take one of the dogs for a walk, or leave the house with another dog and she's not with us, she's like freaks out. So I don't know if she didn't realize that Matthew took Ike, or if she just was like kind of at peace with it too, or like what ended up happening. But she like didn't really even like seem to care, which is really weird though, because I felt like she was gonna take it like really difficult, because like her whole life she's known no other dog other than him. I mean, now she knows the puppies, but like when we brought her home as a puppy, like he was like her keeper kind of, like, and you know, like he taught her like dog things and stuff like that, and like, you know, was kind of her like boss and stuff, and he was like the alpha dog kind of, and she very much like let him be that. And so it was like a really sweet bond that they had. But you know, and the sad thing is too, like Ike has seen all of our dogs. He's seen, you know, the puppies now. He's been with Bliss, you know, her whole life, and, you know, kind of raised her. And with our other two dogs too, spent a portion of his life with both of our two other dogs as well that we had put down. So he was like the middle in between dog of like the dogs that like had been around for our other ones, and then had also, you know, are around for the ones that we had now. So that's why too I felt like it was really difficult just because of that. But yeah, guys, it's I mean, I still have, like, I have tons and tons of vlogs with him in there, and, like, I feel like that makes it, like, a little bit better, just because, like, I can still see him, and it was weird, too, because I was actually, coincidentally, the other day, was actually watching I was watching a couple of the old vlogs. I was telling you guys about it, like, 2 days ago, and I was like, how am I so productive? But, he was, like, in a couple of them, and I was like, like, I think it made me feel better, too, because I was like, he used to be just, like, I mean, he was a Jack Russell, like, they have so much stinking energy, and he used to have, like, just so much energy, and, like, run around and jump around, and, like, you know, all this kind of stuff, and he wasn't, I mean, he was kind of a lazy dog sometimes when he wanted to be, but he was also, like, a very playful dog, and so that's why I felt like it was really hard to, like, it's hard to see him, like, the way he has been lately, and, like, not wanting to really move around a whole lot, and, you know, just, like, laying around, and, you know, struggling to get up and stuff like that, and just, you know, all those type of things. And so yeah, that's why I, like, it made me feel better knowing that, like, I don't want to see him suffer, and I know that, like, how he used to be also made it kind of hard too, because, you know, I know that that's what he was, and, like, to see him now, you know, like, his mental state, he was, like, still there, and, you know, he still, like, when he would see me, like, he'd want to follow me, but he just, like, couldn't, because his body just couldn't do it. But he was, like, he was always a very anxious dog, and so he always wanted to be around me and my mom, and, like, when we would leave, too, he'd just bark for hours and hours on end, when, like, if everybody in the house was gone, because he never wanted to be alone. And he didn't want to be, like, separated, especially from me and my mom. Like, we were very close people to him. Like, if we were in a different room, like, he wouldn't just, like, go in a room and, like, go be by himself. Like, he'd have to come out of the room and come be with us. So I felt like that was difficult, too. Like, you know, he was a very attached dog, and he was kind of lonely now, too, because he really couldn't get around and go places with us all the time, and, you know, come in the kitchen with me when I'm cooking, or, you know, come in my bedroom with me even to sleep. He was sleeping in the hallway for a long time, because he just couldn't get up and, like, come in my room all the time and stuff like that. And so it's been, like, difficult lately, especially too, but like, again, watching those videos kind of, like, helped a little bit and hurt a little bit too, just because I feel bad for, like, how he again, like, has been, and knowing, like, what he was capable of at the point in his life, or, like, the prime of his life, I guess, and now seeing him digressing so much and stuff has been difficult. But anyways, guys, I know it's just, like, losing a pet is very difficult. So, like, you just wish that they could live as long as you. But I mean, I wish that, and then I also don't, because I love that I've had, like, the opportunity to have so many different dogs, because I love them so much. And, like, if I had my first 2 dogs that I had, I would have never got Ike. I would have never got Bliss. I would have never got the puppies. And, like, a world without having them is, like, difficult. But then, like, a world not having those first 2 dogs and, like, still not having them here is, like, difficult. It's reassuring, knowing, I guess, that, like, they kind of paved the way for me to be able to, like, have other pets also. And, like, knowing that, like, I don't want to say I got stuck with them, but, like, knowing that I have had the opportunity to have other pets as well. And, you know, when the other ones has come, because, again, like, not ever having Bliss and just only having Timothy and Darby, and, like, never having Ike, like, you know, I don't know that I would be able to have not had them. So, yeah, guys, but today, after Matthew actually left with my dad, and they went to go take Ike, I got baking done, because I was like, maybe that'll make me feel a little bit better, like, doing something instead of just, like, sitting there. But I did upload 4 vlogs today. I didn't edit any, but I uploaded 4 of them, and then I also did a little bit of baking. I chopped up the peanut butter fudge, and I also chopped up the bark that I made, and I made, part of the Rolo sandwiches, and I made part of the Rice Krispie treats. I'm going to finish both of those tomorrow, but I did kind of get some stuff done. And then I realized I think I only have 5 things left to bake, which isn't so bad considering it's Tuesday. Christmas is in just about a week. So I think I can get everything else done by that time. But I also we had towels that I put in the dryer today, and then I also ended up getting dishes done as well for today when I was baking. So I did that too. But other than that, I didn't get a whole ton of stuff done, but it was just kind of a difficult day. Originally this morning, my mom told me that her and my dad were going to go out to go Christmas shopping, and I was kind of like skeptical. I was like, I don't really feel like my mom's going to, because I was like, my dad's going to take Ike, and I was like, I even asked her, and she was like, no, we're still going Christmas shopping. So then come like later in the afternoon, I'm like, okay, so you guys are going Christmas shopping, right? My mom's like, no, we can't go Christmas shopping. I was like, okay, so what am I gonna make for dinner? Because I asked her this morning, and she like told me no, not to make anything for dinner, that her and my dad were gonna go out Christmas shopping and go and eat. So I was planning on not making anything, and then they ended up not going. So luckily though, I did have in the fridge, I had like a chicken pasta bake that I had defrosted yesterday, and was gonna make it for dinner tonight. And anyway, but then my mom was like, well, let's just get pizza, since like everybody's kind of been like going through a lot today. So yeah, but I did bake anyway, so I guess that was okay. But guys, I feel like this video is getting a little long, and it's early tonight, so I want to take a shower and get to bed. But yeah guys, it's just, I feel like the next couple days will be a little difficult. Like, it was weird feeding the dogs dinner tonight and like not having Ike, and it'll be weird like not hearing him in the morning and stuff like that, and like, you know, just like all those other things like that I felt with the other two dogs when we had them put down again, like especially the feeding, because I have always fed the dogs, and so like again being like, oh my gosh, like I don't have to feed Ike, like, you know, it's gonna be weird. So it's difficult guys, but you know, it's gonna take some time. But I've got my little babies over here that'll keep me company, right guys? Bravo, Charlie. Yes, you will. Thank you so much. Bravo's trying to chew apart a ball. Charlie's just trying to sleep, which he takes his toys, can you guys see, and holds them so Bravo can't get them while he sleeps. Like those type of things. So like each dog I feel like has a unique personality, and like Ike had one too, like, you know, not his anxiousness, but like his like wanting to be by us, and like all they're just little things that like you learn about that dog, you know, like their unique little personalities and stuff like that. Like Bliss, like she always wants to lay upside down, like, you know, that's the type of personality that like I haven't met with a lot of other dogs. Like none of our other dogs like have, you know, out of the other 4 that we have, or 5 that we have, none of those ones like to lay upside down. So like, you know, when she's gone, it's gonna be like, well, we don't have a dog that likes to lay upside down anymore. Like with Ike, like we don't have a dog that just wants to follow us around like all the time. And so like that type of thing is gonna be like difficult to like, you know, those are the type of things that like you get scared to like forget, like their unique little personality kind of stuff and things like that. Like that's the same way too with like our other 2 dogs, like Timothy and Darby, that like I still like I forget some of those little traits and things like that that they had, especially because like we used to do home videos and stuff when I was little, but you know, like now that I have the vlogs and stuff like that, a lot of those traits I feel like I can still go back and like watch videos when I was in them and stuff. So I think I've made this so close to a 20-minute long vlog today. I will see you guys though all in tomorrow's. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.